All right, I'd like to call to order the January 5th, 2023 regular meeting of Lakeville Park District Board of Commissioners for time at 7 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bridget, can we get the roll, please?
Commissioner Gibson?
Here.
I'm sorry, President Gibson. Commissioner Ansier?
Here.
Commissioner Janner, absent. Commissioner McBroom?
Here.
Commissioner Thompson?
Here.
Commissioner Todd?
Here.
Commissioner Ruffing, absent. I've been notified by Commissioner Janner he would like to participate remotely due to out-of-town business.
To allow remote meeting participation of Commissioner Janner, allowed in section 7 of the Open Meetings Act.
Give a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Commissioner Janet, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Bridget, do we have any matters from the public?
We do not.
Updates and reports. For Riverwalk Commission, I don't have a update other than we will be meeting next Wednesday, January 11th at 7:30 a.m. at the Naperville Municipal Center in the lunchroom. Commissioner McBroom, Finance Committee.
No report.
Commissioner Thompson, Legislative Committee. No report. Commissioner Ansier, Parks and Rec Committee.
Parks and Rec Committee met this evening at 5:45 p.m. prior to this meeting. We just got some updates about upcoming projects and bids for things like the apparel for the Park District, and bids is going out tomorrow for that. We were updated as far as going up with both the master plan and the strategic plan updates as far as working with the goal rankings that we've now received for the strategic plan, and what's going to be coming up using the information from the community survey and analysis. So February and March will be coming to the board for consideration, as well as April open house for community feedback. Got some updates from personnel for HR. They're looking at ways for retention, improving policies with vacation time, tuition reimbursement, and new legal considerations such as the Crown Act. We got reports and updates from planning, recreation, golf, parks, and marketing. Capital project reviews will be coming up, as well as the budgets. For planning, the recreation Santa's workshop went very well. We were able to serve over 1,400 families with that, which is an increase from last year, about 300. Lots of increase. We're able to increase the amount of basketball teams for the winter to accommodate the enrollment demand, which has been very good. Able to add 9 teams for that. Renovation has wrapped up at Springbrook Golf Course. Roy with the turf over the next few months hopefully means that that'll open on time for the season. And then some construction at Naperville Golf Course will be starting, but will not be impacting the use of the course when it's time to open. And then marketing, we have an increase in sponsorship has gone up, and so those numbers have all been good. And then look forward to the State of the Parks podcast, which will be starting up in the next couple of weeks or so. And that is all.
Thank you, Commissioner Ansier, for the President's report. Happy New Year, everyone. I'd like to start out by pointing out something that's probably pretty obvious to everyone here or listening to the live stream. This month, we slightly altered our board meeting schedule to accommodate the board members and staff who will be attending the IAPD/IPRA annual conference at the end of the month. Our next meeting will be January 19th, and then in February, we'll resume our normal schedule and meet on the second and fourth Thursday of every month. We have some really exciting things happening at the Park District this year. In addition to the release of our updated strategic plan, some of the things we are really looking forward to in 2023 are the reopening of Springbrook Golf Course, the opening of Rothermel Family Pickleball Courts at Frontier Park, and the building of the Frank J. Russ Pavilion in Ecknolls Park. We also plan to improve and maintain what we already have, including several neighborhood playgrounds, basketball courts, and parking lot renovations, and a very exciting renovation for the skate park at Centennial Park, which is in the process of being formally renamed the Rothermel Family Skate Facility. We're also looking forward to continuing with some of our multi-year projects that focus on environmental stewardship and sustainability, including the pond dredging at Hunter's Woods, the shoreline restoration and stabilization at Stanford Meadows, and the shoreline stabilization and restoration at Brooks Crossings, which is a continuation of the project started at that location in 2021. As we start 2023, I'd like to remind everybody that as your representatives of the Park District, we love hearing from members of our community. So questions, comments, concerns, ideas, and feedback are always welcome. You can find all of our emails online at the Park District website, napervilleparks.org. Executive Director Wilson.
Thank you, President Gibson. The Naperville Park District and Kids Matter will co-host the annual Community Job Fair this Saturday, January 7th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fort Hill Activity Center. This is a free event and is intended for a variety of job seekers from high school students ages 15 and up to senior adults. Job seekers will be able to speak with representatives from area businesses and Naperville Park District staff about part-time, full-time, year-round, and summer positions. Fort Hill Fitness is running a January membership special all month long with no enrollment fee. Resident membership is only $35 a month and includes access to the fitness center, indoor track, gymnasiums, and a variety of in-person, hybrid, and virtual group exercise classes each week. Personal training is also available. Learn more at napervilleparks.org and stop by the Fort Hill Activity Center for a tour or to purchase a membership. Magical Starlight Theater is proud to present Matilda the Musical with 8 performances scheduled for the weekends of January 13th through the 15th and 20th through the 22nd at the Naperville Central High School Auditorium. Advance tickets are $14 and are available online, by phone, or in person until 4 p.m. on Friday of the performance weekend. After that time, tickets are $17 at the door. You won't want to miss the fun of this lively and memorable show. During the month of January, families are invited to stop by Knock Knolls Nature Center for Nature Discovery Days and explore different monthly activities with varying themes. This month's theme is Animal Tracks. Learn about local wildlife through hands-on activities, games, and a craft. This is a free program for children and parents, and registration is not required. The activities are available during regular Nature Center hours. Please visit napervilleparks.org/Knock Knolls Nature Center for details. As we wait for the return of snow and colder weather, please be reminded that our sled hills will open once we have a minimum of 2 inches of snow on the ground and no grass showing. Outdoor skating will open after several days of very cold temperatures, ensure the creation of a suitable skating surface for our natural ice rinks. Visit the website at napervilleparks.org/winter sports facilities to view our skating and sledding locations. And then lastly, did you know that the Naperville Park District offers a number of different themed birthday parties for kids of all ages? We also recently introduced two new theme parties, a painting party and dance party. Visit napervilleparks.org/parties to view details and to learn how to reserve your upcoming event. Parties include cupcakes from Deanna's Bakery, drinks, and 2 party hosts who oversee the event. Make your child's next birthday the best one yet with the Naperville Park District. Thank you.
Move to approve the November 2022 Treasurer's Report.
Second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Ancier?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner McBroom?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes. Would you please read the consent agenda?
Item 5.1, approve December 2022 disbursements in the amount of $3,847,529.36. 5.2, approve November 2022 disbursements made through the Bank of America Purchasing Card Program in the amount of $257,620.68. 5.3, approve December 2022 customer refunds in the amount of $3,479.50. 5.4, approve November 10, 2022 regular meeting minutes. 5.5, approve November 10, 2022 executive session closed meeting minutes. 5.6, award the 2023 tree trimming tree removal bid to Groundskeeper Landscape Care LLC in the amount of $70,250. 5.7, move to concur in the recommendation of the construction manager to allow Chicagoland Paving to withdraw its bid due to a material error and to award the contract for the asphalt paving and site work bid package for the North Maintenance Facility Renovations Phase 3 site work project to Schroeder Asphalt Services, Inc. in the amount of $209,700. And 5.8, move to concur in the recommendation of the construction manager to award the contract for the fencing bid package for the North Maintenance Facility renovations Phase 3 site work project to Peerless Fence in the amount of $44,425.
Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately? Okay.
I move to accept consent agenda items 5.1 to 5.8.
Second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Ancier?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner McBroom?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda items 5.1 to 5.8.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
On to new business, Naperville Clubhouse Well.
Thank you, President Gibson. Earlier today, an update was provided to the board regarding the Naperville Clubhouse well. In mid-December, we began to experience problems with the well that provides water to just the clubhouse area. At the time, staff secured 3 quotes from contractors to complete an inspection of the well to determine the cause and identify necessary repairs. The quotes received also included itemized competitive pricing for repairs and replacement of well components. The contractor that provided the low quote completed the removal of the well yesterday, which included removing all of the pipe as well as the motor associated with the well. And the initial inspection shows significant corrosion on the column pipe. The contractor has taken the pipe back to their shop for further inspection and will provide us with a report on the condition. The inspection also identified that the well motor may be bad. It will be evaluated further by the contractor to determine if it needs replacement. We expect to have the report back from the contractor next week to understand the scope of the repairs that are needed. At this time, we have no water service to the clubhouse. Based on the preliminary reports from yesterday's inspection, the total cost to complete the repairs may end up exceeding $30,000. Our financial policies with the district provide an exception to the competitive bidding process for emergency situations, which would allow the district to proceed with using the low quote contractor and the competitive pricing secured through the quotes as soon as the scope of work is known and evaluated by staff prior to the work commencing. What we'd like to do is at tonight's meeting, gather consensus from the board to waive the competitive bidding requirement should the repairs exceed $30,000 in order to proceed with completing emergency repairs to restore the clubhouse water service. If the consensus is received to waive the competitive bidding requirement and the repairs exceed $30,000, we will ask the board to ratify the contract at a future meeting. So wanted to provide that update to the board this evening and then also gather consensus on whether to proceed with repairs using the emergency exception within our financial policies.
Thank you, Executive Director Wilson. Questions?
No, I think it's reasonable since this is an emergency. There is no water. We need water. We won't be able to open Naperville if we don't have that service. I think this truly is what we would consider exactly the type of an emergency where you need to act quickly, and they have gone out, they've gotten bids, we'll know more next week, but I think we should move as quickly as possible so that we have a golf course that can be open.
Any other questions, comments? Commissioner Janner?
Yeah, I agree with Commissioner Todd. It seems like this meets the definition of an emergency situation as applies to the policy, so it seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially since Springbrook is still being renovated. I know one of the questions I had, because I always hesitate when we're waiving competitive bidding, was just if it was an option to abbreviate the bidding process. I know Executive Director Wilson said that's not an option, right? The bidding process is about 45 days.
Right, that's not an option as far as to expedite that process. To work through a bidding process, it could be closer to 45 days from the time that we understand the scope of the work that needs to be done, put together the bid documents, advertise for the bid. Bids have to be available to vendors for a minimum of 10 days, and and then there's the bid opening, the evaluation of bids, and then the approval process that goes with that. So it certainly adds quite a bit of time to being able to complete the work.
And that would be time that the clubhouse would literally have no water or flushing toilets. So.
Correct. The clubhouse doesn't have water right now. In fact, we have a couple of staff that are working out of the clubhouse, and they have to actually drive to another facility to be able to use the restrooms during the day right now.
Okay. And then this was, kind of discovered because we knew there was an issue, and we'd already received 3 quotes for the inspection. So we'd already on the front end kind of
Yes.
the different contractors for this work.
Yes. So in mid-December, the way that it kind of happened is staff came in, did not have water one of the days. Our staff was able to reset the system and get the well operating again. And then at the same time contacted and began contacting well contractors to secure quotes to come out and do that inspection. Knowing that there was an issue with the well and repairs would be needed, we also asked at that time for them to provide itemized cost quotes, unit pricing for the well components, so that we knew going into it what those prices would be for the repairs.
I mean, it sounds like it meets the level of emergency and it's within our own financial policies in the park code.
Yes.
Everybody else comfortable with this? Yes. Commissioner Danner? Yeah, you said yes. Okay, and we'll come back to ratify.
Yes, if the repairs exceed $30,000, that threshold, then we would look to bring the contract back to ratify that, but I will certainly keep the board informed as we learn more information and know what the cost of those repairs are going to be.
Sounds great. Looks like we have consensus. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next meeting, as I mentioned, is a little off normal, but it will be January 19th at 6:30 p.m. at Fort Hill Activity Center. Yeah, we do have executive session tonight.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss land acquisition for section 2C5 of the Open Meetings Act.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Thompson?
Yes.
Commissioner Ancier?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner McBroom?
Yes.
President Gibson?
Yes.